Eric Cartman, we have a report you might be involved in voter fraud.
No.
You mind if we search your room?
I'm sorry, but I know my rights. You can't search my room without a warrant.
And he gets it exactly right. I'm Keith Whiddon. I'm a criminal defense lawyer in Louisiana, and thank you for clicking on this video. If you are not subscribed, if you haven't seen my other videos, make sure you hit subscribe and the bell down below. Today, we're going to watch how South Park gets right your right to be free from searches and seizures or your Fourth Amendment rights.
All right, what is this all about, fat ass?
You happy with the election results last night, Kyle?
It doesn't matter if I am or not. People voted and I stand behind the president.
It's such a democratic thing to say, Kyle. What if I were to tell you that I have something in my room that could change the entire election?
Sure you do.
What if I did, Kyle?
What could you possibly have in your room that could change the outcome of the election?
By the way, we're just watching this to set up our analysis for later. So stick with me.
Pretty sweet, huh?
What the hell is this?
So this is the money right here. The police, with Kyle telling on Cartman, have decided to go to Cartman's house.
Eric Cartman, we have a report you might be involved in voter fraud.
No.
You mind if we search your room?
I'm sorry, but I know my rights. You can't search my room without a warrant.
And he gets it exactly right. The police officers ask him for permission to search, and he tells them, no, you cannot come in my house. You can't search my room. You can't search my house. Let's see what else he says.
I'm afraid I can't give you permission.
This isn't a joke, Cartman. You have to believe me, officer. The outcome of the election depends on it.
Let's just see.
Hey, you can't do that.
And at that point, he's right. The officers cannot just barge into your house unless they saw something that would give them probable cause to enter, such as, in this case, election ballots.
Hey, upstairs, first door on the left.
I know my rights. Stop right now.
So the officers in South Park are now committing an illegal search, and anything that they seize would be able to be suppressed because of this illegal search. There's no exigent circumstances. There was no indication that they had probable cause to enter the house based on seeing some other kind of evidence that would lead them to believe that a crime was committed or had been committed in the house, or evidence of the crime was in the house, just based on plain view when they opened the door.
But they were here. I swear it. Stacks and stacks of ballots from states all over the country.
I was always told that we lived in a country based on freedom. That the one thing that made America different was the government could never barge into our lives unwarranted. But it's all changing, isn't it? Ever since Obama was first elected, it's all changing.
Oh my God, what have we done? Guess this country is changing. We're sorry, little boy. We're so sorry.
I don't think that's something that you would hear an officer say very often, because we've seen cases where police officers have gone into houses that they didn't have warrants to go into, and they don't offer apologies. So, and there are plenty of instances where it's much worse.
Please, you've got to believe me. They still got to be here somewhere. We have to find them.
But where could they be?
Let's stop right here. What could the police have done different? Gotten a warrant. Kyle is a informant, and other than the fact that he's a child, take out the fact that he's a child. If Kyle were not a child, he would have information that police officers could rely on, and they could identify him specifically in an affidavit to a judge and say that we have an informant that came to us and gave us this information, and we believe that it's reliable, and we believe that there's evidence of a crime that was committed at Eric Cartman's house, and judge, we want a search warrant so we can go and search that house. To contrast with this case, the officers did what could happen to any of us, whether it be at our house, whether it be at our car, whether it be just our person. The officers asked for permission to search, and Eric Cartman got it right and said, no, you cannot search my house without a warrant. So to recap, South Park has taught us that if the police come to your house and they ask for permission to search your room, your house, your car, tell them no. And if they do barge in on you, on your house, on your car, whatever, then you hire a good criminal defense lawyer who files a motion to suppress because of the fact that the officers entered your house without a warrant, without exigent circumstances, without evidence of probable cause that a crime was committed. And you get whatever it is that they may have seized from your house, from your car, from your person, excluded or suppressed at a potential trial. Thank you, South Park, for teaching us about our Fourth Amendment rights.